This video is brought to you by Brett's Groovy Chainsaws. Oh yeah!
What is up, Evil Dead fans? I know, 2 videos in 1 week?
Wow! 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 Yeah!
Yeah, we are going to cover this. This chainsaw, this specific one. This is the homelite bandit, which is primarily seen in Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. Since the ones from Army of Darkness were revamped Evil Dead 2 chainsaws. Now this one isn't exactly the same. There is a slight difference, and I'll go over that here in just a second. But we're going to take it apart, and I'm going to tell you what you need to keep, whether you're doing Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness. Now, things I'm using right here, the tools, is for this one, scissors. I got this little star dealie here because it's got star bolts on there. And then I'm missing something else. Where the fuck did it go? And a flat tip screwdriver. Now, when you order a homelite on eBay, when you get it, you know what's always awesome? Is when whoever sells it doesn't clean the fucking thing out. They leave all the shit in the tanks, which these tanks are full. This thing stunk to high hell whenever I got it. Didn't even clean any of this shit out in there. I do suggest to keep every bolt washer that you pull off of here. This piece, that's trash. Don't need it. Next thing you're going to get rid of is we're going to pop this bolt off. That's an actual screw, I'm sorry. This one's a screw. This one right here, you may use this one on a later date, just because of what the head looks like. Forgot a screwdriver, hold on. I forgot a Phillips head. You're gonna need a Phillips head. So you got a Phillips head right here. We're gonna take the side handle off first. And this side handle is actually really, really nice. Definitely keep these bolts, or these little, not bolts, but they're screws. Really weird. Keep them. You're gonna use them again. There's one down here. Sometimes it's on the other side of the handle. So this one's here. Sometimes they're back here. Depends on which one you get. If you get an Ash vs. Evil Dead body, you'll find it on the opposite side. So you take that out, and you keep it. You pull that sucker out. I mean, this one's really primo nice. Just a few scuffs on the bottom. These things are like gold. These, the right size one. I actually found another one today on eBay, luckily. You take that. Now, if you're doing an anti-saw, you're going to have to keep all that crap, except for that thing. But if you're not doing an anti-saw, it's trash. You take this out, trash. On this side here, we're going to pop this sucker off because it's trash. So next, I'm going to grab my star bit and take out this one, that one, that one, that one. Now, most of the time when you get a homelite, it has a flat head screw. Unless you have a metal one, it's a bolt. But these ones have like this weird star shape. I don't know if they use that. I gotta double check. I hope they don't, because they look like butt. My voice is just a little raspy. I've been practicing for some karaoke coming up in a few months for, Been practicing some karaoke for a friend of ours, Holly Johnson's birthday get together. They'll be up here for that. And I can rock some karaoke. I ain't gonna lie. Just dare me. And I'm not gonna record it, but, and here's the thing about karaoke is like, that's a place to do that singing stuff. That's a place to do it. Like, everybody's been to the party and there's always somebody there who wants to sing. Pops right off. Ooh, look at that. You've always been to that party, especially like there's always that asshole who's standing there or sitting around with a guitar. That's the quickest way you'll ever get me to leave someplace is with a guitar, because I'm going to be at Flashback Weekend, and if I go to a party in a room or get together and I see somebody sitting there with a guitar, I am walking straight the fuck out. I don't want to listen to John Cougar Mellencamp try to sing a damn song with and play guitar. Really not interested. And they always pull out some shitty John Mayer bullshit. Nobody wants to hear. They're sitting there with their fucking guitar and just kind of scanning the room, you know, scanning the room, checking out the, you know, surveying for the ladies and how many are there. And then it's like, hey, don't mind if I play a song for you? Yeah, I do fucking mind. Why? Because I came in here not to feel awkward. Because you'll be listening to radio by the end or whatever music, and then all of a sudden you hear somebody strumming a guitar, and you're like a wonderland, built up with a fire like a wonderland. You're like, get the fuck out of here. Good grief. So karaoke is a designated area to do that shit. Don't, or open mic or whatever. You just don't start to do that shit out in public. Hey, do you mind if I sing you a song? Yeah, I fucking mind. Trust me. You take out the 2 top and 2 bottom screws. They're the star ones still. Hopefully it's not stripped. You cocksucking son of a bitch. Come on. This is why I don't like those oddball ass star bits. Shit. Keep it simple. Because then I gotta get to another one. I might have to cut it off. If I gotta cut it off, I won't be too fucking happy. Okay, come on, bitch. Something. Let's go with something. I'm not really sorry about the cursing. I'm just gonna tell you right now. There's part of life. That's got the fucked. I am running out of luck here. Because that thing's stripping. Why? Because this asshole didn't clean this sumbitch up before he sent it out. There, that might work. Let's see if it'll pull it out. See if I can grab something here. Sometimes these can be the... Come on! Why? I'm doing a video. Why are you fucking with me? WD-40 the piss out of this thing. Because what I'll do to try to take it out, if this doesn't work, is I'm going to wipe it down, get all the flammable crap off of it, and use my Dremel and cut a flat tip screwdriver all the way across here, a little groove, and then I'll pop her out. Because if you try to cut it all the way off, then you're gonna screw your body up. I'm gonna have to cut this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I put like a Phillips head cut in there, but I think the flathead's gonna be able to get it out. Oh yeah. That's what's nice about other chainsaws. They have that octagon slash flat tip style sometimes. Sometimes they have both, sometimes just one. But at least you can get a wrench around it and get it out. Get out of here. So there we go. Next thing is I am going to... Where's my pliers? Got my pliers. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go right here. You can cut it, but you can just disconnect it. That is for your toggle switch. That's a ground wire next to it. Don't know if I gotta take it out or not. Find out in a minute. This one's a little different. If you notice, the toggle switch is totally different. It's starting to wiggle loose. But there's something else we gotta take off first. This right here is a pain in the ass because you gotta get something in there. And now I gotta get more tools. I'll be back. Luckily, I have an extra one right here, so I'll be able to tell the size pretty quick. And I'll tell you what size it is. That is an 8mm. It's nice to have one of these because it'll go right into it. Why is my shit missing? All right, so they're right there. This thing is supposed to, oh yeah. What am I doing? All right, so what you do is you put this through here, hit that, and you turn it. See how much easier that is? Instead of having these stupid bolts like that, junk. So you get that sucker out of there. And if you're doing Evil Dead 2, you want to, if you're doing race top, boom, you want to keep that. And for the love of God, stop putting this son of a bitch on. Whoever's doing it, stop it. Stop putting these fuckers on backwards. The race top never had this backwards. It was always this position. The only time you see it backwards is when Ash is being sucked out of the cabin and he's actually wearing a flat top. So if you're doing a flat top, you can do it like this, raise top, just keep it right. Stop just backwards bullshit. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, your chainsaw is cool, but, and if you're doing a, you know, like work shed, you want to keep this piece here. You want to actually use your Dremel and just cut this off. Here, there's 2 welds on this side and 1 singular one on this one, and you'll get the proper muffler for the flat top. And if you're doing Army of Darkness, you're going to have to take this. I've done videos on this before. You're going to have to take it and cut it down properly. You can refer back to those videos if you want to know how to do that. Okay, next thing is we're going to take the tanks out. And luckily, this one has proper caps. Because if you want a proper cap, you got to have the symbol and the wording on this one. Same thing with this one. Sometimes you'll find this where it doesn't have the symbol in the middle, but it'll have the wording. Sometimes you'll get the generic flat black ones. Thanks for sending me this, asshole. With the generic ass caps. You're too lazy to find out where your freaking caps are? Okay, one thing you can do is you can take out your spark plug. Sometimes that can be a biatch to get out. But let me see if I can just muscle it. Oh man. Oh, this is on there. Yeah, I'm an idiot. If you're going to use your motor plate, definitely keep this bolt here because that holds your bar on. Keep the washer. Keep the guard if you're going to use it again. And then start to shimmy this dirty bitch out. Come on, you dirty bitch. I want you out of my life because I don't use motor plates. Why? Because I don't have to. Castings and moldings really help out with that problem. Come on. You can get it. You can do it. A hammer would be very fucking handy right now. This toggle switch is kind of binding up. So, I'm going to take that off. And then I'm probably going to throw it in the trash. Little connectors. Shove that through the hole. Ew, what is that? I've never seen, ooh. Look at that boogery thing right there. What is this? Gross. And then, got shit all in it, up in it. But Chris is taking all the bodies and he can have them all. I know somebody's gonna be like, Brett, take this thing off. I want to know how to get that apart. Some of these things you can't get off because they're not screwed fittings. They're basically like compression fittings. So they're a pain in the ass to get off. I do suggest if you get them off, mold this flywheel, this sprocket, because you will greatly appreciate not having to use one of these big bastards anymore. And it reduces weight. So I'm gonna put this thing down and it stinks. Oh, what do we got here that we gotta keep? You need to keep the tanks, which are on the floor of gross, because they're full of shit. Keep your tanks, both of them. You can't have 2 gas tanks or 2 oil tanks. You gotta have 1 of each, because they fit differently. They even fit in the slot a little different. Keep this piece. Side handle, boom. Keep your muffler pieces. You can, if you only plan on doing 1, you can throw 1 away. It depends on what you want to do. And don't turn this sumbitch backwards, please. For the love of God, stop doing that. I don't know who's doing that or who keeps doing that. Drives me absolutely nuts because everybody's like, cool chainsaw, man. That's pretty cool. What's up with that muffler? Keep your guard. This one's a little different than what I usually use. This one has a slot in it. Could have been a replacement. Don't know. I've never busted open one of these bandits before. Okay, looking at the bandit, the way you can tell it's Evil Dead 2 is this edge right here is more smooth. You want your full block up here. You want your divot down here. And you'll always find it because this handle is not the elongated handle like you would get in Ash vs. Evil Dead body. The one thing on here that makes it not the proper bandit, there is actually 2. They're so hard to find, it's an easy thing to fix. This line right here, I found this out from Jason Smith, Nightmare Props, and Chris Pollock, this is too long. This bump here, see where my finger is? See how it's going into the bump? It actually should end up here, even with the bump. So if you repaint them, you can always, when you cut your chainsaw body apart, you can always grind that down and milliput it and do it that way to fix that issue. Another thing is, look at that, I gotta fill that in. You're gonna want your 2 bolt holes here, and they're always imprint. It's kind of hard to see. There's one here, one here. You wanna drill those out. because you're gonna need to use them. You can see right in here. The way you'll know what you have is this bump right here. Keep that, don't get rid of it. For Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. Everything on this is correct, except for one thing I noticed. Eyelet hole's big. Really? Everything on this thing is a nasty bastard, but look how nice that fucking string is. Are you shitting me? That makes no sense. Ugh. So let me show you a difference. Now, if you get one with this eyelet hole, I do have a video on how to change that and fix that. So that's probably like 5 videos ago, so it's not too hard to find. It's in the section of making an Ash vs. Evil Dead chainsaw. So right here we have one that's off the Ash vs. Evil Dead chainsaw that I ordered with a full body. And they're disappearing off of eBay pretty quick. But you'll look, that eyelet hole is smaller. Like I said, the way to fix it is you got to run the cord out of it. You don't have to take this whole thing out. Take the cord out, and you got to have the cord held somewhere over here so it doesn't bind back up. You cut this part off, that metal part, and then you pull it through the bottom, and there's a plastic spacer you can get at any hardware store that is the exact same size as this, and that spacer will fit exactly into this hole. And you paint it up anyways. So there you go. Way to fix it. Other than then, it just will be 100% the same. So those are the only few things that I got to change. But what's going to happen, and if you're wanting to know more about, especially Chris Pollock, who makes the best Evil Dead 2 chainsaws in the freaking world, he will be in my shop this June. We're going to take this body and this cover, and he's bringing a bunch of his parts, and he's also bringing his prototype. Gosh damn it. He's also bringing his prototype top that is so accurate. It's unbelievable. And he's the guy who makes the wrist clamps accurate too. So this will be an Evil Dead 2 race top. That's what this one's going to be. I bought it for that reason, for that video, and for him to be here. Somebody's supposed to do a trade with me to get one of these, but I have a feeling I won't get it in time. So I'm like, okay, I found one on eBay, and I'm like, swoop, snatch it up. With all that being said, I hope this helped you guys out. I gotta clean this nasty shit up, and, you know, I'm gonna throw this in my slop bucket already. Nasty bastard. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Anyways, I gotta clean this up. Till next time, you guys stay groovy.